There are blockaders that have been occupying the canopy of an old-growth forest for over 3 weeks now, entering their 4th week today. And there's been multiple blockade events where individuals have taken risks to stop construction sites, shutting down construction for days at a time in isolated incidences. That's not just isolated to Wood County, but all over Texas where this pipeline construction is in full swing. Today, to show solidarity with those blockaders that have come before us and coming out of a successful weekend-long training camp and action training program, blockaders are going to do the largest walk-on protest construction site down in the history of the Keystone XL pipeline story. Over 30 blockaders are going to be taking directly to a construction site, and a few will involve themselves in some more technical activities to shut down construction, hopefully for an entire day. In order for TransCanada to build this pipeline exactly where they wanted, they had to receive this eminent domain entitlement so they could unilaterally expropriate land instead of weaving their pipeline route circuitously across Texas and Oklahoma. In order to achieve or obtain that entitlement, they basically lied to the state of Texas and said they were a conventional common crude oil pipeline that was going to be used for the public good and the public interest. We know that's not the case. This is a private for-profit venture, and there's no public good or public utility involved in this process. So ultimately, TransCanada was granted this eminent domain entitlement by Texas without any Texas regulators ever authenticating or verifying their claim. No one's ever asked TransCanada to prove that what it's doing is for the common good. Instead, they were able to approach landowners years ago and basically say, we have the power of eminent domain, and we're going to take your land whether you like it or not. We'll try to haggle with you over a price, but if you don't like it, we're going to condemn you, take you to court, and you're going to have to square off against our legal team and fight for every dollar you expect to get for your property. So it's just like a typical mafia shakedown. Landowners had no choice but to sign and take pittance for what their land was worth, regardless of whether they wanted the pipeline in the first place. Lots of innocent people are now being put directly in harm's way.